So hi, this is Amy Hale at the Fremont Fair, and I'm here with Mike Buchman. Why don't you tell me what it is that you do exactly with Solid Ground?
Well, I'm the communications manager at Solid Ground, and basically that means I try to tell stories about the work that we do and try to hook people into the work, because at Solid Ground our mission is building community to end poverty, and so communicating about the work that we do helps people understand how they can participate in ending poverty, whether that's volunteering, donating, whatever.
And so you're here today participating as one of the key participants or vendors at the Fremont Fair. Have you had a lot of interest and a lot of educational opportunities?
The fair is an interesting beast in terms of trying to use it as a message opportunity. We actually run the fair. The fair is a product of Solid Grounds. And in various years we've tried to do very intense things to try to get message out about our work. One year we built a house to try to talk about homelessness. This year we've taken a more low-key approach and trying to invite social media, citizen journalists to help us get the message out and line up interviews and stuff. But because a lot of people come to the fair for the fun, for the parade, for the food, for the vendors, it's hard to have a quality, in-depth interaction. What we've really come to over the last 10 years or so is that the donation boxes, the orange boxes at the gates, is a very brief but compelling way to remind people about the mission of the fair. And so by dropping that $1 in or that $10 in, people are making a personal commitment to help end homelessness, help end poverty, and even if for a brief instant are thinking about, well, this isn't just about me getting a corn dog and buying some cool stuff and seeing some fun music. This is a little bit different than your other street fairs.
How would you say that this year's fair is different from last year's fair?
Good weather is a huge deal for us. We work almost year-round to produce this event, and if it rains on Saturday, it's a bummer, because that's a lot less people coming, a lot less money, a lot less beers poured, and every beer is profit that comes back to our programs as well. So we rely on the infrastructure of the fair to generate that money for our work. So in terms of compared to last year, I'd say they've both been great fairs.
Do you have a target for donations, amount of donations?
Yeah, typically in the boxes we raise, between the boxes and the production of the fair, we raise about $50,000 to $60,000 through the fair. And this year all that money is going to go to support our family shelter program, which operates right here in the neighborhood in Fremont. We have a fourplex that's really just up the hill a few blocks up there. And over the course of the next year, about 75 people will go through those apartments, getting shelter and case management and support services to get them back on their feet and back into permanent housing.
That's fantastic. That's amazing. And I'm sitting with you here in the social media tent by Solid Ground, or for Solid Ground. Is it the first year that we're using social media and Twitter to communicate the fair?
This is the first year that we're including things like Twitter and acknowledging that there's a lot more people out there, a lot more citizen journalism activity. We have had folks like Jack, who's been at the fair for a couple of years now and has done a great job both getting the video that he shoots with his folks up on the web, but also sort of educating Solid Ground about the importance of doing this kind of work. And I think 3 years ago when I first met Jack and we did a couple of videos, there wasn't a lot of that activity, and now everybody's doing it. And so we did make a bit of an effort to try to coordinate an opportunity for citizen journalists to feel like the fair was supporting them and doing that kind of reporting, and also acknowledging that citizen journalism, Twitter and blogging and Facebook is a really great way to get out the fact that the fair is about more than just the fun stuff. The major media don't really seem to care or get that, but when we talk to individuals, people get that. So Seattle Times had a nice little story about the parade. Seattle Times didn't say anything about the fact that the fair is raising tens of thousands of dollars to help homeless families. And citizen journalists have been getting that from the moment they got involved. We always look for folks to get involved, and there's a couple ways, whether it's with people's time, with people's financial resources, with people's phone calls on legislative issues affecting low-income people. And the best way to find out about all that is go to our website, www.solid-ground.org, or follow us on Twitter. We're at Solid Ground, all one word, and we're also on Facebook. We have a fan page, Solid Ground. So there's a lot of opportunities for people to check in on us and sign up to receive more information from us.
Great. Thanks so much, Mike.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Welcome to the Fremont Fair. Yes, folks, just possibly the greatest fair, certainly in the United States, quite possibly in North America, and most likely throughout the entire Western Hemisphere. The Fremont Fair is brought to you by Solid Ground. Now, you might ask, what is Solid Ground? You might not ask, but I'll tell you anyway. Solid Ground is the organization that provides support to homeless people, to needy people, to people in poverty throughout King County. From the northern boundary to the southern boundary, not just Fremont. No, we support people throughout the entire county, from Falls City to Auburn, from Linwood to Bellevue to Kirtland to Issaquah to Enumclaw to Tahlequah, any quah you want, we help. Yes, folks, we will even aid.
Hi, how are you today?
Ballard itself, you know we will help anybody. But here's the thing, when you give, you gotta get the sticker. Because the sticker is the key to the endless smiles. You cannot have a sticker on. You can come, you can be cranky, you can be upset, but once you get that sticker, the smile comes up. So please, please give, help us to help fight poverty throughout our county, make King County a better place for all of us to live and work. Thank you and welcome to the Fremont